Logic, Poetics, and Rhetoric by Aristotle. Book 1. Rhetoric is the counterpart of dialectic. Rhetoric and dialectic may be roughly Englished as the art of public speaking and the art of logical discussion. Aristotle's philosophical definition of rhetoric is given at the beginning of Chapter 2. Both alike are concerned with such things as come, more or less, within the general ken of all men, and belong to no definite science. Accordingly, all men make use, more or less, of both, for to a certain extent all men attempt to discuss statements and to maintain them, to defend themselves and to attack others. Ordinary people do this either at random or through practice and from acquired habit. Both ways being possible, the subject can plainly be handled systematically, for it is possible to inquire the reason why some speakers succeed through practice and others spontaneously. And every one will at once agree that such an inquiry is the function of an art. Here and in later passages the term art stands for methodical treatment of a subject. Now the framers of the current treatises on rhetoric have constructed but a small portion of that art. The modes of persuasion are the only true constituents of the art. Everything else is merely accessory. Aristotle here means by modes of persuasion those attempts at logical argument on which he would himself like to see rhetoric rely. In the next chapter he gives to the term the wide range it had in current rhetorical usage, and concludes with a reference to the argumentative side. A uniform rendering of the word is hardly possible, but at the outset it is important to stress Aristotle's fundamental view that, from the nature of its materials, rhetoric is, in general, persuasive rather than fully demonstrative. When in later portions of the treatise a single word rendering is given, arguments will be preferred to proofs. Everything else is merely accessory. These writers, however, say nothing about enthymemes, which are the substance of rhetorical persuasion, but deal mainly with non-essentials. Enthymemes are rhetorical arguments. The arousing of prejudice, pity, anger, and similar emotions has nothing to do with the essential facts, but is merely a personal appeal to the man who is judging the case. Consequently, if the rules for trials, which are now laid down in some states, especially in well-governed states, were applied everywhere.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?